We'll just need to disable the webcam, otherwise it's going to be too heavy. Here we are, guys. Game 1. This is the second round. It's going to be Mr. Rio against RiuT. Map 1. First map is going to be Dry Arabia as before. No huge surprise once more. Nearly, we've got Aztecs War.
Yeah, absolutely. And I asked the players, will we see any surprises? And all the players said, sadly no.
Yeah, it's going to be Aztecs War pretty much every single time. Unless maybe one of the players will bring a surprise right here. We will be surprised to see that, but we never know. So let's start talking about the maps, Nilford. What about RiuT? It looks quite a nice map so far.
Yeah, there's a lot of wood. We can easily wall up here and more on the south next to the boar. He has secured berries. Nice wood spot, nice stone spot, and can wall a lot. So I think RiuT's map is extremely good, having this great defense gold
and
as
look
well.
at this gold. Really, here at the back, sort of at the back, you can just drop a couple of palisades right here to the cliff. He doesn't even need to use these ones right here. You can drop a couple of palisades right here.
Simply a superb map for
RiuT. Really good map.
He absolutely wants to play.
The only thing that could be dangerous are these forward boars. The one right here, the one right there. That could be a little bit worrying from him, but we'll have to wait and see if Yo is actually going to try to lame or anything. Let's take a look at how Mr. Yo's map is looking like. So far, it looks like he does not have really an awful map himself. I see a lot of wood all the way around. Forward goal, though, Neely.
Yeah, but most of the time, if you build your production facilities next to this gold spot here, I totally see him defending easily.
Yeah, indeed, here the front of the base could be a little bit open, but once more, here the back could actually be quite easy wallable. This board, though, is quite horrible as well. It's very far away from the TC, around the forest right there, so maybe you could have a hard time taking it. Looks like we've got a fight right here between both Eagle Warriors. None of them is going back. I do wonder why, they cannot call for a restart. Oh. This is actually quite huge. Why doesn't RiuT go back? Why does RiuT just commit to that fight? I don't get it. I mean, it's not like it was really clear.
Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, I guess the villager could try to just snipe it out, and Yo is just trying to lay the barracks as fast for as long as he can. Still running around. RiuT just needs to hit it once. Mr. Yo is not going to let that happen. The house he was laying, not the barracks, of course, my bad. But why, Neely? Why? The scout is so important.
By the way, that micro was the beauty of playing on that.
It was really nice.
Because you
really
could never, ever think about that if you play on that with like half a second lag or something. But yeah, it was absolutely like a huge risk for RiuT.
Yeah, why RiuT just completely accepts that he's going to lose his cow. I guess he just
knows.
knows.
Look at his houses now. He will soon be 17 out of 30.
Yeah, he's gonna make another one. I guess he's got the confidence that his map is really good, and then he doesn't really care. He probably is not even going to drush. Who knows? He can really wall this so easily. We will have to wait and see. That would be quite risky, but we'll never know. That might just work. Let's take a look at what Mr. Yo is doing here. He's going to start building a barracks, in my opinion. Looks like he's just waiting for those last 10 wood to come in, and he will be dropping it, just like Neely said, right here in the front of his base, to make sure he can sort of protect it. He went a little bit far away with that barracks.
Actually, that's a weird habit of players. They don't want to have idols, so they just randomly click.
They just keep running around.
And after he got the wood, he just built it. So that's a weird positioning, obviously, and I think it's not the best positioning. But yeah, sometimes players can't take it to have idle village.
So a barracks is indeed being dropped here by RiuT, so that could be either a drush or, who knows, a man-at-arms rush on Feudal Age.
I don't see him rushing after he built those two houses.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? He delayed his barracks a little bit by building so many houses.
Another house up to 35, and the villagers going on the right-hand side.
Yeah, let's take a look. This is definitely going to be the walls. He's going to make them quite forward right here. Looks, I guess it's going to be quite okay. Yeah,
from the cliff.
He can just complete them from here, so he will have very safe walls and very forward walls. Something people really like to have, players really love to have in this kind of closed matchup, so to speak.
Yeah, the good thing about those walls is he has 2 safe wood now. Those 2.
Here and
because if he would have walled close to this isn't the top one isn't safe against expos, but the 2 on the bottom one are safe now because he walled so forward.
So let's take a look. Yeah, just as you said, these ones right here and these one right here
totally
seem
safe.
To be quite safe for him at this moment. The walls should be completed by now. We're almost there. He goes. He's going to drop a couple more palisades right here, making sure he's completely safe. In the meanwhile, we can tell that Mr. Yo smelled that this was about to happen. He's sending his militia one by one. That's something that the players usually don't do, right? They usually try to send all of them at once. But he sort of smelled that this was going to happen.
Yeah, he smelled the walling and he tried to catch a villager off guard and maybe he could just get a...
Yeah, he might just get lucky. Indeed, I was missing this. Indeed, looks like RiuT was not able to complete the walls right there. He will try to stop these ones, but by this time, RiuT has got enough militia to just make sure that Mr. Yo is going to go back with those. Wait for the reinforcements to arrive. They're on their way. Something bad here for RiuT. He won't have his Eagle Warrior to try and defend from this. So this actually is not too bad, nearly, because he will make RiuT have a little bit worse walls than he could have had.
Yeah, absolutely. So I like his aggression, but he will lose most of his militia now.
At least one of them is going to be lost. That's my opinion. Looks like RiuT is still going to try and make the walls right here. Not too bad. Feels like this wood right here could still be quite safe. So not too bad. Indeed, the militia is gone for him. And there's not really... But RiuT is still not giving up on those forward walls, is he? He looks like he's still a little bit undecided.
Still better.
Yeah, no, looks like he's just going to be happy with these ones right there. To be honest, I think that's a perfectly reasonable option as well. It's still a very safe map. The gold is perfect right there. There's nothing that could happen to him.
A lot of farms for RiuT as well.
Let's take a look at the farms. Indeed, a whole lot of farms. So it looks like he will indeed have a very nice Drush FC time right here. Or does he have enough people on gold? Yeah, it looks like he does have enough people on gold.
And look at this beautiful mill just adding into the walls.
Indeed, indeed. That's really smartly done right here. He's made a mill to complete the walls and to make sure that those deer can be safely collected and there won't be much idle villager time. So this is RiuT's time to go forward. He will face a wolf right here. Nothing that is going to scare 5 militia at this point. He does not know. He does not have an Eagle Warrior. Let's try to understand if he knows where Yo is. Yeah, he does not know where Yo is. He's completely in the dark. He can sort of guess where he could have been or where he can be.
Yeah, now he has no idea.
What the? Did he just delete a militia?
Yeah, he did.
Did he just delete a militia like that?
Yeah, absolutely. There was no wolf.
I could swear there was no wolf right there. I think he just deleted the militia right there for whatever reason that might be.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at the fog of war. He still does not know.
And now
he's got no
RiuT
idea.
has no idea. Should he go for M&A? Should have he gone for forward or something? Because losing this Eagle Warrior so early is taking such a huge risk in a best of 3.
Imagine if you would have had man-at-arms at this point. Look at the wood. Look at the wood line from Yo. How good would that have been? But then again...
still he would have only researched M&A after he clicked castle.
Eventually, he will probably just run straight into the TC. No, he spots it on time. He's able to save the rest of his 4 militia. He will try to harass a little bit right here on the berries. And it looks like Mr. Yo is just going to fight this off with villagers. He might as well lose 1. No, RiuT is not going to concentrate too much on that. He's got a couple of militias of his own, so it looks like that is going to go all right for him.
Totally fine there. And obviously no upgrades at all at this time.
SLH time quite similar to both players, right? Nothing major is going to happen here. I don't think Mr. Yo at this moment will be very scared about these 4 militia. He's got 3 militia of his own. Well, pretty much all of them on quite good HP. There he goes. One of RiuT's militia goes down, and it looks like the Drush is going to be... Well, Drush is not a Drush at this point anymore. Yeah. It looks like this fight's going to be easily won by Mr. Yo.
I think they're only useful for like scouting the map now.
Correct.
Get the positionings of relics, maybe find some sweet spot of the enemy, but they're not for fighting anymore.
Exactly, because one very important point you just mentioned, RiuT does not know where the relics are going to be, and he does not have a way to scout it, because he's going to probably stick to crossbows as well, right?
And
so maybe...
That's basically what RiuT is doing just now.
Yeah, scouting a little bit of the map. You just try to know where his resources are. And he didn't actually was trying to get a kill with those militia. Castle Age being reached by both players roughly at the same time. I'm going to take a look at what is RiuT going to do straight away. Dashboard tells me horse color, bow saw, crossbowman on the way as well. I would be very surprised not to see Yo doing roughly the same things, but something I like really for RiuT at this point. He's completely wild, and Mr. Yo is not.
Yeah, obviously that's...
Very important fight, very important fight. Looks like Mr. Yo was not patrolling, so he just lost like 2 or 3 crossbowmen like that. A little bit unfortunate for him, and even if he tries to go around...
And it was +1 against +0.
I guess +0. Yeah, you just said that right. It's about to be the +2 at this moment, and it looks like RiuT was not going to give up on those walls easily. He's going to complete them right here. Nice job for him. No chance for Mr.
Because if he's giving up this positioning, he's losing those 2 gold spots as well. So I totally see why he wanted to secure this area.
Trying to get a kill right here. Looks like the ranges is not quite enough to get all of those crossbowmen hitting the villagers, and RiuT is not really going to waste any time. She's going to move to the safe spot of the wood, drop a TC right there, playing this exactly the way he has to.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, like how both players are playing it. Going exposed, going map control, thinking about the eco, not overcommitting.
Yeah, this is where it could get really ugly for Mr. Yo right here. She does not have any walls. I would be surprised if he can actually see. Well, nice job here. Nice job by Mr. Yo. He's got a militia right here. Maybe this one, he's gonna give it away. He's not going in the right direction, so unless he's taking a look at this, he might be in a whole lot of trouble right here. RiuT just moving in very sneakily. Is there a spot for him to hit? There's TCs all over the place. He's probably going to head to this wood line, but at this moment, there's a TC right there. So with all depend how fast Mr. Yo is going to react from this. Yeah, he's not able to get any kill right there.
But we will see the big fight upcoming now. Nice micro by Mr. Yo, actually. But RiuT is just taking the hill, and Yo can't really take this fight.
Yeah,
he's getting
he cannot. He's getting
now.
a couple of kills right there, a couple of unnecessary kills, and I just heard you guys telling me you've got a couple of drop frames. I will just take a look at it once the fight is actually gone. I still need to focus on this. Nice job here by RiuT so far, doing really nice micro right there on the top of the hill, making sure he got all of his archers alive, and what a job he's doing right here, killing everything that Yo has got. I really think this fight went a little bit better for RiuT, in my opinion.
Well, he had yet less archers, but he had the hill advantage. So actually, both players kind of don't want to fight, but want to fight at the same moment. So it's a weird position.
It looks like at this time it's going to be the GG for RiuT's army, and that's the perfect moment to try to take a look at what's happening. Indeed, I can see that we are dropping a couple of frames. It's coming from the internet connection. It's coming from the internet connections. So it's got to be something with the venue here, guys. There's not really much I can do at this point. I only hope that it's going to get better. So sorry about this. The internet connection seems to be playing a role at this moment. The computer is doing fine.
Yeah, actually we are on a small island. Everyone was very scared that we didn't have any good internet connection, but we actually got 100 down, 100 up.
Yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better, guys. I think you guys will be alright. Hopefully this is going to get fixed. And let's just keep an eye on the rating right here. So RiuT's still doing a really nice job with those 2 crossbows. He was able to get a couple of villagers right there. So nice job by RiuT so far. Time to take a look at the villager count. There's 54 for RiuT, 51 for Yo. So a little bit of an advantage here.
Yeah, but it's not the biggest advantage. And I think RiuT, as the aggression is now getting wheelbarrow, and Mr. Yo already has wheelbarrow for quite some time and is getting a huge round of new upgrades. Gold, wood, and food upgrade. And it's getting ballistics, gold for RiuT. But now both armies might be clashing each other without any mana.
How will this fight go? And Mr. Yo is just about to get ballistics. I'm not sure if RiuT has got them. Can you check, Neely, if he's got the ballistics upgrade already?
He doesn't have university even.
Yeah,
he's going for mangonauts, no university.
Indeed, no university whatsoever. So looks like RiuT does not want to take that fight, at least for as long he does not have the university. The numbers are in his favor though, so he could be considering this. The ballistics paying up here for Mr. Yo, getting a whole lot of kills even before RiuT starts firing. Those were 3 archers down just because of the ballistics upgrade. Such an important upgrade, Neely.
All of them for free. Obviously, it's one of the most important upgrades. That's why you see them moving like this weird stutter step moves, because in Age of Empires, the units aren't hitting all the time. So, and ballistics helps you to hit moving units all the time. Oh, that's
okay,
huge.
This could be huge. This could be huge. RiuT is watching this. Mr. Yo is not. That was the first shot. It did hit. The second one's gonna hit as well to go down. Now Mr. Yo needs to be careful. Okay, he is able to avoid it. Even able to take down The Mangonel only lost 2 or 3, so not too bad for him. But this could be a tough spot for him right now.
Yeah,
He's
but-
going to be surrounded by crossbows and a Mangonel.
But he isn't surrounded. There's no ballistics still for RiuT, so it's totally fine for Mr. Yo. And he's even going aggressive again, trying to catch the second Mangonel. Let's see if his micro is
quite
bit
a
better.
lot of
What? They're missing each other.
optimism right here, and RiuT just seems to see this now. He needs to move away the wood line. He's not going to waste any time with that. Going back with the villagers, that's the right thing to do right here. Nearly, he cannot lose too many villagers to this. He needs to wait until the Mangonel gets there, and probably that Mangonel is gonna be enough to take care of this. But really nice job so far by Mr. Yo, delaying RiuT and making sure RiuT is not able to go attack him when we see RiuT being able to collect to Imperial Age.
Yeah, RiuT is already on the way to Imperial Age, and Yo is like miles away from it. We have 300 food, 200 gold, so it will be like ages before Yo will hit Imperial
getting
Age.
there, but still gonna take quite a while indeed. And the army still trying to get away. Looks like RiuT does not want that to happen. He's gonna be able to trap him because Mr. Yo is running into a dead end. And maybe the ballistics could still pay off. I don't know. RiuT's gonna wait for the Mangonel to come. And this has got to be a nice shot right there. Takes down 4 or 5 at once. And that's the GG army for RiuT. But at the same time, so well done. So well done here by Mr. Yo. Just going straight into the wood. Being able to kill 3, 4, 5 villagers just like that. Really nicely done by Yo.
That's how Mr. Yo plays with expos. That's what he was doing to Dogao as well. Splitting his expos all the map, being
And
behind
still getting more
woodlines.
kills. Still getting more kills around here. Look at this. Look at the idle time here from RiuT's economy. It's really amazing how Yo is playing this with such an open map. He managed to make sure that RiuT does not come to his base and managed to get RiuT on his own base.
And
really
that's the
nicely
time
done.
he needs, because RiuT will have a lot of eagles soon, and yeah, I think RiuT will have to clean up the Mangonel and the archers first, and so he can't get into the very vulnerable eco of Mr. Yo instantly.
Now let's take a look at what RiuT is doing. Indeed, Elite Eagle Warriors. Those are going to be the option right here from RiuT. In the meantime, he will try to get some decent raiding right here on the left side of Mr. Yo's map. And bad news for you, RiuT. Even with your micro, I'm not sure you will be able to tackle those 2 Mangonel from Yo.
In the choke.
Just waiting for you.
What?
And
Ground
stand and
attack!
route shot. Really nice shot right there. 5 or 6 go down. Nicely done, Mr. Yo. Was waiting for this to happen. And really nicely
And
done.
seems
1-for-1
like
trade.
Oh, and this was all ground attack.
And at the same time, once more attacking right here. I've got to think that this is going to be the GG for Yo's army. These are Elite Eagle Warriors. +2, still missing the +4,
Yeah,
but no
actually
big deal.
losing them now is very good for him, because those Eagle Warriors in his own gold swords, for example, would have hurt way more.
A lot more, indeed, indeed. RiuT doing whatever he can to delay Mr. Yo's economy. He's doing a nice job at that. He's splitting his whole army around Mr. Yo's base, and look at that. He's got an Eagle Warrior in every single corner of the map, and this is where the decision for Mr. Yo for not walling at all could actually cost him a little bit.
Yeah, he has like 600 stone. A castle would help out so much. He's even building a castle up front, but the second one in his real eco would be so much better. He's trying to get out
I'm
elite Eagle
not
Warriors
sure
on
about
his
this
own now.
castle. I'm not sure about this castle. I know what the idea was trying to protect the gold. He just lost so many villagers in the process.
Look at the idle villager count, going up to 50 villagers
50,
out of
yeah,
not
quite
even
a lot,
80.
Quite a lot, and RiuT doing this so nicely, spreading his army all the way across Mr. Yo's base. And just take a look at the mini-map. Just take a look at that river of Eagle Warriors just coming in.
Yeah.
And nothing to stop them nearly.
And Mr. Yo has the bigger points, but that's not important at all, because RiuT is just keeping all the eco busy at the moment, and actually Eagle Warriors are born to kill villagers
to
and
raid.
raid.
Yeah, that's what they're good at, and that's what he is doing. Mr. Yo now unleashing his own army of Eagle Warriors. He still seems to be missing the last armor upgrade, something that RiuT's just about to finish. Take a look at the military numbers. It's such a huge advantage for RiuT at this point. Looks to me like Mr. Yo is really struggling here, nearly. Look at the number of villagers.
How can you get a high military count if you don't have any villagers working?
And
You
no
simply
villagers,
can't.
no walls, not enough army at the moment, I feel like.
He needs a huge Jaguar defense now. A lot of Eagle Warriors always losing hit points here.
Yeah, a couple of Jaguars to plant here could maybe be a nice option. Those castles are going to be able to pretty much keep the gold safe, but what about the rest? The rest is just dying with no chance to come back when it comes to villager numbers. Look at this couple. Look at this. So many dead bodies right there. Looks like Mr. Yo just lost the whole army of elite Eagle Warriors as well, and it looks to me like this could be the countdown right here,
and
nearly.
go into the inner of Mr. Yo and put Fog of War in. There's like nothing moving on this minimap.
Let's
look at this. There's only like red points, and he has like 15 points at minute 40.
Still 44 idle villagers at one point.
Man.
None of his villagers are working, and he does not have enough villagers to actually keep making Eagle Warriors for a whole lot of time. He will be struggling at some point, so nice raiding here by RiuT. Really nicely done at some point. Looked like, looks like at some point Mr. Yo could have held a little bit the advantage he had, but no wall seemed to me like a mistake, really.
Well, he was too behind in a few walls. He won't get into a good defense at all as well, because he didn't have the strong eco. He maybe should have planted those 2 castles more into his food eco.
Yeah, I reckon those 2 castles are a little bit of a mistake.
He was expecting RiuT to go Jaguars, and then he wanted to defense with a lot of traps, obviously. And he was scouting the 2 extra gold spots, and there weren't many villagers.
That's actually quite a fair point. He saw the game before against Jordan, and maybe he thought that RiuT was going to go for Jaguar Warriors. That would have been good to have those castles right there, indeed. He did not go for Eagle Warriors. RiuT knows better. He was able to see and acknowledge that Mr. Yo's map was so open and was able to raid him all over the place.
Just look at the food count. It's 42, and it doesn't change.
Nothing's changing there. A nice attempt here at a raid. But it looks like RiuT was pretty much there waiting for that raid to come, so nothing major is going to happen right there.
Yeah, and RiuT is picking up relic out of the relic now. Yo still has one, but he's not getting any more, because where are the monks? Where's the map control? Where's the eagles to protect them?
Once more, this is just so nicely played here by RiuT. He's making Yo chase him away. These Eagle Warriors right there, at the same time bringing in a couple more right here into the left side of Yo's economy. And it's going to be such a hard spot from Yo to defend from this.
And points are actually pretty close, with 7.5 against 7. But don't get fooled by that. RiuT is just wasting units to get all the eco down by Yo, still have a good eco, although he's getting raided here. And
yeah, it was a nice attempt once more, right? Nice attempt here. He knows where he can raid, but RiuT was pretty much expecting it as well. In the same time,
bodies,
killing
but at the same time he's
and
losing all his
more
food
villagers.
again.
Look at that! Look at that! It's 44 villagers left for Yo. 100 villagers left for RiuT. Really hard spot at this moment. Hard to say what could he do to stop this.
Should he maybe build Jaguars to defend, because he has those 2 castles?
This having to cancel. I just don't think he's got the
But
economy. Look at that.
Slow as
Look
well.
at that.
I think RiuT will just attack right, attack left, and just will run around. And I think Jaguars aren't a real option if this map is so open.
Yeah, what I feel like is missing here for RiuT to completely seal the deal is just getting a couple of rams or giving a couple of trebuchets even, and start ramming down those castles, those buildings, and then it will be the end of the match, in my opinion.
Yeah, it feels a bit like a slash death animation.
Yes, slow death, but a sure death, in my opinion. Looks like Mr. Yo was able to spot a nice thing right here. RiuT trying to get gold from all the way in the middle of the map. Got a couple of nice kills right there.
Yeah, Mr. Yo's still fighting.
Yeah, he's still fighting. I'm
At
not
the
sure
same
that it's
time,
going to be
there's
enough.
nothing at home to defend.
Yeah, because RiuT's got so many goals under his control at his own base, so nothing, and still doing this so nicely. Going away with his army right here, bringing more army from the other side, and there's no way Mr. Yo is going to have the chance to put up that castle right there. There's just no chance whatsoever. RiuT really overwhelming Mr. Yo at this point.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think Mr. Yo, that was one of his last hopes, to get this protecting castles up, to control the south maybe. But I don't see him ever getting back into a healthy villager count. And now all the villagers who are supposed to get this castle up are dying as well.
Yeah, they're going to die. And a couple more villagers on the way to certain death right here, trying to run away to the other TC. But at this point, Mr. Yo is only holding on to this for the matter of pride. There's no way he can come back from this, in my opinion.
Yeah, Mr. Yo is just hoping for like, okay, if I get good raids going on now,
Let's see. This could be his hope right here. This could be his hope right here. Looks like he's got the numbers, but RiuT is not going to do the mistake of engaging that. He's going to run back. It's to be fair, it's an impressive number of Eagle Warriors from Mr. Yo, considering how heavily rated he has been.
Yeah, absolutely. But he doesn't. Yeah, all the food he gets, he's putting into Eagle Warriors.
No
not
villagers.
Into villagers.
No villagers.
Still
No
stuck
economy.
At 41.
No
yeah.
economy, indeed.
Maybe he's remembering the game Doubt against Mr. Yo. You remember the sick
I
game?
think I do. It was an incredible, incredible
because he was
game,
able
indeed.
to block all the gold spot of Doubt, but he is not blocking all the gold spots of RiuT at all. RiuT is getting 3 gold spots still.
Now let's see if this castle is going to be able to do anything whatsoever. We're going to switch into RiuT's point of view once more. So nicely done. Goes back with a little bit of his Eagle Warrior. Sends in the rest of them. And this TC will eventually go down.
And if you're starting to see is getting killed by 40 Eagles, it's not looking good.
Villager number has been this one for Mr. Yo for the last couple of 3 or 4 minutes. He's trying to engage in a good fight for him. There's a castle from RiuT, so we'll make sure that he won't lose too much army going back and forth. And he's completely wild as far as I can see, so he does not need to fear that he will be raided at home.
I think he could have been raided, but it will cost Yo all his army to get like 30 villagers down there.
It looks like it was a hole right there. A little bit of a mistake from RiuT, in my opinion. But this could be a nice thing, though. He's bringing in a couple more of Eagle Warriors. And what about the back? The back is still open.
But there are no Eagles left now.
Yeah, but they are just
Jaguars
dying.
are holding.
Dying. This castle is firing upon them. And once more, taking a look at the military numbers, is RiuT taking the lead once more. These elite Eagle Warriors are not going to do the job. These are not enough to face the Eagle Warriors that RiuT has got himself in his own base.
Oh man.
To be fair to Mr. Yo, he's holding on to this.
Absolutely.
The villager is not going up. It's only going down, to be fair. 37 are left.
Oh, now he's building another TC, as you can see. And he's keeping up those Eagle Warrior
yeah, but
counts.
he realizes that it's just too hard. There's just no way he can come back from this. Calls the DG, and it's hard to disagree with this decision. Let's take a look at the achievements really fast right here. Economy, just everything in favor of RiuT. No big surprise right there. Villager count, of course, as well. So let's go back. Let's make sure the scoreboard is showing properly. Nice victory right here from RiuT. Let's get it corrected. And what about this, Nelly? What exactly went wrong here for Yo? At some point, looks like he was doing quite nicely with those raids, keeping RiuT at home, not being able to be raided. But what went wrong at some point?
Map wasn't good. He went for this early ballistics, a bit lower eco, and he just most of his eco was like wood and gold, and not enough farms, I think. And so he couldn't get into this early Imperial Age. And I think RiuT was earlier like 2.5 minutes. If 2.5 minutes are huge in this fight, you could even delay him by like 1 minute, but those 1.5 minutes just wreck the eco, and then you can't come back.
You can't do anything. Yeah, he just lost too many villagers.